Welcome to my channel. This is an alla prima portrait of Michael L. King as Captain Jack Bishop of the USS Starship Valiant. Michael is a filmmaker and a writer and also an actor, and he has a YouTube channel. I'll put a link to it in the description where you can see his films. You can also see podcasts and behind the scenes footage, and it's a lot of fun, so I encourage you to check that out. This, I believe, is a still from a film. I did not speak to Michael beforehand, so I don't quite know what was going on here. This was all arranged for me by my friend Vance, so thank you, Vance, for all the help you've been giving me. I am interpreting this pose, which is such a great pose. It's a three-quarter pose, and Michael is looking away. He's not looking straight ahead. And there's a kind of quiet intensity about this pose that I really wanted to capture. So my drawing method is the same one I've been using. It's really useful for live models, but also equally useful when working from a photograph. This photograph is life-size, so that it's very similar to working with a live model. You see me putting in just a little bit of background here. It's just an abstract set of colors that resemble the photograph. I'm not too worried about getting that too close. What you don't see here is I am actually taking some time and mixing value strings. So the value strings for the shadow side of the face go from darkest to light on the shadow side. Then I have the same for the lit side of the face. And as you see me filling in, going from dark to light, I always start with the points on the face that I'm most confident in. They're really good anchors for keying the rest of the painting around. As I'm painting here, you'll also see that there are some highlights on the shadow side of the face. And when I'm working quickly like this especially, it's probably always true, but certainly when I'm working quickly in alla prima, it's important to maintain the value structure throughout. And the highlights on the shadow side of the face, even the lightest highlights, are actually darker than the darkest points on the lit side of the face. So the lit side, anything in direct sunlight, even the darkest spots are actually lighter than the highlights on the shadow side. And that's really important to keep that structure intact to create this sort of three-dimensional illusion that I'm going for here. And I really did want to not just capture Michael, but capture Captain Jack Bishop. There's an expression going on here that I really wanted to try and incorporate into the likeness. I would not consider it a successful likeness if I didn't capture some aspect of the emotional quality of this pose, and that was really what I was trying to do here. The uniform, if you'll notice, is a little bit unique. I haven't seen this uniform before. It has an emblem, and that is not the kind of emblem you would see, for example, in Star Trek The Next Generation, which is a sort of standard Starfleet emblem, which came from the Starship Enterprise from the original series. I believe this is an original series era uniform where that emblem is ship specific. It was a little bit tricky to draw and a little bit tricky to paint. I did not quite get the colors nailed on the uniform, but I think that's okay. You'll notice that the yellow in the photograph is more muted than the yellow I painted with. My yellow is a little too intense, but I think I did capture enough of that likeness to represent what the uniform was and capture an overall likeness of Jack Bishop in this moment. And this is the final stage where I'm just filling in that emblem here, which was a little bit tricky, but I think I got it. This is the final painting. I think it's a reasonable likeness, and I hope Michael likes it. I have a website, which is robertosuzuki.art, where I have paintings for sale, and you can contact me about a commission if you're interested in that. I also have an Instagram page, which is at Instagram, Roberto_Suzuki_art, and I'm on Facebook at fb.com/RobertoSuzukiArt. Thank you.